Okay, good morning guys. This is Jacob from Concrete Genius. In this video, we're going to show you guys how we set up our yard and how we are able to do this. We're doing a 600-meter pour here today.
Here you can see us setting up our portable concrete production system or on-site wet batch plant to pour the 600 cubic meter slab. This takes about 20 minutes to half an hour to complete. Because our mixer is mounted on a truck, we don't need any permits to set up on site, which saves time and money. Our last 600 cubic meter pour took 10.25 hours, which gave us an average of about 60 cubic meters per hour. Our mixer can produce over 80 cubic meters per hour if all goes well and the placing company can keep up. Here's some drone footage of our last 600 cubic meter pour we did a few weeks ago. We also did all the footings, pillars and walls on this project. If you did this project with 6.5 cubic meter drum trucks, assuming your batch plant is 20 minutes away, you would have needed at least 15 trucks on the road delivering roughly 92 truckloads to keep up with our rate of production of roughly 60 to 65 cubic meters per hour. Doing continuous pours this way would save your company about $4,500 on diesel and about $5,000 on labor for the day. There are many other savings I can get into, like wear and tear on trucks, insurance, etc., but these two will add up very, very quickly. To set up on site like this, you will need our portable concrete production system to directly feed the concrete pump, a cement bulker to keep our blowing capable cement bin full, a water truck for constant water supply, totes for admixtures which can easily be connected to our mixer via our own Concrete Genius admix pumping system. These pumps are extremely accurate even on the slowest flow of admixtures. Our admixtures are always spot on, and for this reason project engineers love working with us. Our mixers can come with up to 6 admixture tanks with heating capabilities depending on your requirements. This mixer has 4 admixture tanks mounted on the mixer, but for big jobs like this, it's easier to use totes. Lastly, you'll need a front-end loader to keep the aggregate bins full of pre-delivered aggregates. It's about -10 this morning, so we are using heated sand, which we preheated with our own Concrete Genius on-demand aggregate heater, capable of heating over 150 tons per hour. We also preheat our water for consistent temperatures in our concrete. That mixer is going to stay stationary all day long. We will start with a high-strength grout mix design to prime out the pump, and moments later we'll switch to the actual project mix design that was predetermined and sent to the mixer from our concrete cloud ops system. The only moving pieces of equipment will be a loader and a water truck.
What do you guys like about working with rock solid concrete and with our portable concrete production system?
Well, what I do like about it, it's on site, materials on site as well, there's no delays. It's a pretty neat setup. I've been working with them for a couple of times now, and I'll be honest, it's very productive and things happen.
Are you happy with the speeds that they can feed you at?
Oh, most definitely. At the moment I'm running a 61. It's a pretty big unit, so I go pretty fast, especially when we get to the bigger industrial and industry jobs, and they can pretty much keep up with me. We can push it pretty hard.
Your boss must like the rate of production that they can put out?
Oh, most definitely. In the industry that we are, it's all about production and accuracy, of course, and we don't want any delays, right? So that's pretty good.
And obviously you like the consistency of the product?
Oh, most definitely. Consistency is very important, and obviously the quality of the product is just as good. For us running pumps, we need the quality of the product as well, and the positive is it's on site, so you can pretty much see what you have and what you're dealing with.
So this is our workstation. This is where our operator is going to be busy today. We have an iPad that attaches to the truck. He's going to get a mix design sent from the office. He's going to click a button. I think he's already done that. It's ready to roll. As you can see, everything is green. The cubic meters is set it's at 0 now. We haven't started, but it says active mix design RS35N. He just clicked on that button. It set the sand and rock gates and all the other ingredients for this pour to be put in right proportions. Of course, this is a high-spec job. We have a aggregate moisture sensor installed.
One of the ways to help with operator ease and to keep consistency in the mix is to have those moisture sensors on, and they're constantly a few times every second they're taking readings of that moisture in the aggregate, and they're making adjustments to what the moisture is in the aggregates. On the finished product end, you see it's consistent all the way through. This is the start of a 603 meter pour. It's kind of the rough calculation for today. So we're just on the first meter. This specific job has a very specific mix design that we need to stick to, like just certain ingredients that need to be in it. And so that mix design's been generated in the office there in preparation for this pour. And then once that mix design was generated in the office, and then it gets sent to the truck. So remotely, everything's dialed in. The operator knows exactly what, he doesn't have to do any thinking, because the iPad does all the adjusting and sets the truck accordingly for what we're trying to do. So there's no discrepancies or no issues as far as operator error, as far as setting the truck goes. It's all dialed in ahead of time.
We're going to do an air slump and temperature test now. So can you explain to us a little bit about how that works and how you guys are on spec every single time?
We're still within the first test we're going to do of this whole 600 meter project. The biggest advantage that we have is we have the ability to adjust things on the fly and to adjust very small portions of the finished product that we're mixing. So when he does this test, if there's anything out of spec, we can make that adjustment within just a pail full, and we can retest again. And if this test comes back and there's something that's just a little bit out, if we, maybe the slump isn't exactly where we want it, or if the air isn't exactly where we want it, one little adjustment, and there's no waste. I mean, we spit out a little bit more. There's more control over the finished product, and as far as the testing goes. If something isn't right, it's just a matter of just a few small adjustments. We take another test, and as soon as we get the green light, we're off to the races again. So there's very limited downtime with the test.
I'm doing here air test.
Yeah.
And after the air test, I take the result. The result 2.2.
Yeah.
So now after this, I have to clean my stuff, and then I have to do my slump.
Yeah.
To know the slump, how much. We'll see in the end all the result for the slump, air, temperature.
Yeah.
If all of that same the respect of the ticket, that means it's perfect, ready to go.
So it's a 2.2, you said?
Right. 2.2.
With the air test that you just did, it's on spec, right?
Right.
So Naz just did a slump test, and he's going to tell me if it's on spec. All right, Naz, so what's the measurement?
75.
And that's all on spec?
Yes.
So that means we've passed the first few tests. Joel, within the first meter?
First 0.7, I believe, is when this test was taken, and that's we're on spec with everything. So every 50 meters, we're taking the same test. We're doing air, slump, and temperature. Now that we have it dialed in, we should be hitting spec every test here after. The benefit to being able to push mix designs to the truck through the cloud is that it pushes information back to the cloud. So throughout this whole pour, a couple times every second, we're recording information from this pour, watching water cement ratios, all the ingredients going in, just if there's any dip in admix or any ingredient, whatever, it's all recorded. So there's no discrepancies there.
We've now passed the air, slump, and temperature test, and he's given the go-ahead. That happened within the first 0.7 meters, and the guys are busy pouring. So Joel, can you explain to us like what's going on in the background here now?
Really, we're just laying down mud. So I mean, really, the kind of the hard part is done, and it's not even hard. Just getting set up, getting every piece of the puzzle into place, and then after that, it's just a matter of just keeping that truck full, making sure that it doesn't run out of product while we're mixing, and it's just a steady pace to the finish line, basically. While we're mixing, that truck, that's probably the coolest part, is that truck doesn't move. You're going to notice the same truck that starts, finishes, so it's 600 meters, and without any moving equipment besides a loader. That's really the only moving piece to the puzzle here currently. So it's just a matter of so just logistically, it's a lot easier to manage instead of having multiple trucks going up and down the road, and having a batch plant that's it could be 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers away. When you're trying to manage those trucks getting to and from that job site, all of a sudden we bring everything right to the job site, and so there's just logistically there's a lot less to worry about as far as between here and the batch plant. Game changer for sure.
So this is the second second test. First test was on spec within 0.7 meters. We had 53 meters. We just took a shot of the iPad there.
Right.
So we're doing the second test now.
Yeah.
So the first test you did was temperature.
At 21.5.
It's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
And we're on spec again for air. Yep, awesome. And then the last test he's going to do is a slump. So, what do you guys like the most about working with these guys?
Good idea.
Yeah?
To make everything here on site
Yeah.
faster than the regular truck concrete.
And then every single test has been spot on with these guys?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what these machines are capable of, guys. You can do it with one machine on site and you're going to be on spec every time.
Yeah.
Save you guys a bunch of time and money.
Our mixers are manufactured for concrete producers by concrete producers, so we understand what you guys are going through in the field. If you guys have any technical concrete questions, we will be able to answer them quickly and accurately. We have over 130 mix designs to share with you, so you can hit the ground running. Our sister company, Rock Solid Concrete, has been the research and development division for our mixers for over 14 years, and we haven't had a failed temperature, air, slump, or compressive cylinder test in all this time. Last year, Rock Solid poured over 100,000 cubic meters of concrete without a single rejected load. When you buy one of our mixers, you'll be able to do very technical concrete, and we are here to support you guys every step of the way. Until next time, guys, happy pouring and God bless.